Hello again, and welcome to episode 9 of the Robotics Engineering Experience. I'm Travis Schneider, and today I'll be talking with a couple of different members from the RE2 team about the recent RE2 Sapien brand launch and the future of RE2's robotic arm technology. With me today are Dr. Amanda Sgroi, Principal Research Scientist, David Lee, Director of Product Management, and Jorgen Pedersen, President and CEO of RE2. Welcome, everyone.
Hey, Travis.
Thanks, Travis.
So, Jorgen, let's start with you. So maybe for members of the audience that are listening in for like the first time ever and don't really know a whole lot about RE2, could you give a little bit of background on the company's vision, the company's mission, and describe kind of how that relates to this new brand launch?
Sure. Well, thanks for having me. So RE2 Robotics was founded in 2001 as a defense subcontractor to Carnegie Mellon University's National Robotics Engineering Center. We worked with CMU on their ground robotics for programs for the military. We were developing unmanned systems for programs for DARPA and the Army. And then in 2006, we secured our first unmanned, or our first small business innovation research, or SBIR grant, to develop these intelligent mobile manipulator arms for the Army. And that program really set our path to who we are today. And we are now a developer of robotic arms for both land and sea applications. And our vision is to make the world a safer place. And the way that we're doing that is by creating these intelligent mobile manipulation systems that empower humans to do their job safely and efficiently. And ever since our founding in 2001, we've been committed to using our technology to improve the safety of work, whether that works dismantling IEDs, improvised explosive devices, or doing dangerous tasks at height, such as repairing power lines or working on a construction site. And today, RE2 continues to develop these intelligent mobile robotic arms for use in a variety of complex environments. They were originally designed for use in the military, so they're very rugged. They've evolved into now what we call the RE2 Sapien class of robotic arms. And RE2 Sapien arms provide human-like capabilities, so that are beyond what you would typically find in traditional robotic arms or cobots. These arms can work in both structured and unstructured environments. They still are strong, they're dexterous, they're power dense, they are power efficient, they can work in all weather conditions. So they, simply put, these robotic arms can go where humans go and can do what humans do. We're essentially replicating human capability with these intelligent mobile manipulation systems. And that's exactly what the RE2 Sapien line is bringing to the world, is that human capability.
Great, thanks, Jorgen. So Amanda, I think I'll jump to you next. So Jorgen referred to the RE2 Sapien arms as intelligent. So as principal research scientist at RE2, your primary role is to add layers of intelligence to RE2 systems, and you lead a lot of our autonomy initiatives. So can you describe what intelligent robotic arms are and how they're going to benefit potential users of this technology?
Yeah, I can certainly provide more insight into that. So intelligent robotic manipulators are ones that take into account their surroundings in order to autonomously and safely manipulate objects. Our manipulators are capable of being easily configured with autonomous path planning software, and that software plans the joint positions and velocities between two poses. We refer to this as RE2 Intellect, the artificial intelligence that's behind all of the actions that our arms take. Further, these positions can be determined via algorithmic input from cameras. And these cameras are connected and configured specifically with the manipulator, And this is what we refer to as RE2 detect, how the manipulation system sees the world and can manipulate in that world.
Great, thanks, Amanda. All right, Dave. So I think you're next. So as the newest member of this panel to RE Squared, your role as director of product management, that encompasses a lot, ranging from research into new markets to leading new branding efforts, and really culminates with a lot of the productization of RE Squared technologies. Could you give us a little bit of insight into your role, what you're doing at RE Squared, and what you see as the future of RE Squared's technology roadmap?
Thanks, Travis. Yeah, I did join RE Squared in the fall of 2020. Since then, I've been getting up to speed on the robotic arm sector, as well as the technologies that are being developed by RE Squared. We think there are good opportunities in aviation, construction, defense, energy, in the medical industries as well. In my role, I'm responsible for taking project-oriented technology that RE Squared has developed for the Department of Defense or other projects, and to create products that have a broader application to our target markets. As a starting point, we've just launched our commercial brand, as you mentioned, RE2 Sapien, and to help, we did that to help set the stage for specific product launches that we've planned over the next 12 to 18 months. I think the product roadmap is really exciting. It's one of the things that is really interesting to me here since I started at RE Squared. RE Squared specializes in developing rugged robotic arms for outdoor applications. We see early interest for that kind of use in solar field construction, but we also have developed arms for use indoors that require high precision, such as surgical applications. The requirements are similar for that type of indoor application to an outdoor application, because they're still required to be fairly rugged and they need to be moved on a regular basis. In addition to that, they also need to be lightweight because people want to be able to move them from one operating room to another. Finally, we've also been producing the Sapien C-class arms for use underwater, which is one of the harshest environments imaginable. These arms are subjected to salt water, high pressure, and we expect them to be very attractive to several markets, including oil and gas, energy, construction, mainly because they're small enough to be used on inspection class underwater vehicles. I'm just really excited to be here at RE Squared.
That's great. Thanks for that, Dave. So Jorgen, I think I'm going to jump back to you next. So Dave talked a little bit about the construction industry, and this is an exciting new market, for robotics in general, let alone RE Squared. But could you tell us a little bit more about some of RE Squared's plans as it pertains to the construction industry at large?
Sure, Travis. So the construction market is newer for RE Squared, but we've done our homework on the technology needs there. And we understand that there's a number of key factors there, such as lack of skilled workers, a general labor shortage, and pressure to modernize that industry and the infrastructure. And robotics can really be a game changer for the construction market. I think there's a hesitation around using robots for any industry, including construction, which is the fear of taking away jobs from workers. However, our goal for construction robotics is not to remove the worker from the job site. Instead, we are utilizing robotic arms for dangerous tasks that empower workers to do their jobs from the ground, not at dangerous heights. One of the benefits of intelligent robotic arms is that they can be operated in multiple modes. First, really it's a spectrum. On one end of the spectrum, you have teleoperation. On the other end of the spectrum, you have full autonomy. With teleoperation, the worker is directly controlling the robot as if it's an extension of that person. And that's a perfect application when there's a dangerous job. You're working at height, but so you can remote that person, put them on the ground, keep them safe. On the other end of the spectrum, you have this full autonomy. Honestly, I don't think we're there yet. It'll probably be decades before you see this full autonomy within the world. So really, for the next few decades, we're going to be in the sweet spot called what I call supervised autonomy, where the human's in the loop. And even within that supervised autonomy, there's a spectrum within that. You know, at one end, you could be, hey, the human's just there to handle edge cases or problems. And then on the other end of that spectrum, the operator, the human, is really guiding the system along. Just, is this really where you want me to drill a hole? Yes, it is. Is this, you know, did I do that correctly? Yes, you did. So it's really a more interactive. So where we're moving to on the construction side is having these arms really be like a foreman on the site, on the job site. So in the next coming years, we're really going to see a movement from teleoperation and moving along that spectrum of supervised autonomy to really empower humans to be more effective on the job site.
And just to add to that, one great thing about supervised autonomy is it allows our arms to learn. So the human is telling the manipulators, yes, you did the right thing, or no, you did something incorrectly. And we can take that information to better build supervised autonomy and ultimately reach that goal of full autonomy.
Yeah, and I like the analogy of a robotic foreman as kind of the future construction worker. I think that's well stated, Jorgen. So Dave, maybe based upon some of the market research that you've conducted, you know, do you envision there being a large need for autonomous systems in industries like the construction industry, or you know, are you seeing a majority of these applications still being conducted via either remote control or teleoperation?
Yeah, well, when it comes to the construction applications, I think we'll look at autonomous operation of our robotic manipulators to do things like completing repetitive tasks. I think there's definitely an opportunity to reduce repetitive motion injuries, by having a robotic arm do that. But even in teleoperated use, there are a lot of tasks that would benefit from some level of autonomy to make tasks easier and quicker and more accurate for the operator. A good example would be welding at height, where an operator could fairly quickly put the arm into a position and define the weld line, and then let the robotic arm take over and make the weld autonomously. Because of its steadiness, it would be a cleaner and straighter weld. And over the course of many welds during a day, I think you would end up with higher quality. Autonomy can also play an important role for industries that are experiencing shortages of workers, such as those in the construction industries. But the goal of our technology is not to replace workers. It's to provide tools to make the work safer and more efficient. The construction industry requires a lot of physically demanding work. Applying robotics intelligently can reduce the need for sheer physicality, which opens up the role to more people. It also can increase the longevity of the workers that you have and reduce the injury-related costs. Many construction tasks require working at height. As Jorgen mentioned, removing the worker from a bucket or a scissor lift and giving them the ability to perform the work safely from the ground will keep people safe while they're accomplishing otherwise dangerous work. That is the goal of RE2's Sapien technology.
Sure, thanks, Dave. And Jorgen, how do you see RE2's technology evolving over the next 5 to 10 years?
So the past 20 years of development at RE2 has generated some amazing capability. It's been mostly on the physical side, right, where we're approaching human capability from a physical perspective. And we're going to continue to evolve that physical element, especially as we look at hands and tactile feedback, etc. But where I see the biggest impact coming in the next decade or two will be in the more regarding, the intellect, human intellect. And that's, we call it RE2 intellect. That is the brain that drives our robotic arms. So I see tremendous advancements in how we reason and think more like humans, as well as Amanda mentioned, continuing to strengthen and evolve, RE2 detect, which is the way that we perceive the world just like humans do. So we're becoming more human-like in the way that we see, we perceive, we reason, and then we think. And then we have this tremendous foundation of mobile manipulation to translate that into action and manipulate the world in an intelligent way. But at the end of the day, everything we do is about making the world a safer place and empowering humans to do their jobs safely and efficiently.
All right, great. Well, and I think that's about all we have time for today. So thanks, Jorgen. Thanks, Amanda. Thanks, Dave, for joining me and discussing this new brand launch and talking a little bit about the future of RE2 and robotics broadly.
You're welcome. Thanks for having.
Great.
Thanks,
Travis.
Since 2001, RE2 Robotics has remained committed to our mission to develop innovative technologies that make a positive impact on the world. RE2 is a leader in the design, development, and manufacture of human-like robotic technology, solving the most challenging applications in the world. If you would like to be contacted about a robotics application, please email us at myrobots@re2.com. That's myrobots@re2.com. To stay up to date with the latest RE2 news, visit our website at www.re2.com, or you can always follow us on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. If you'd like to see more videos like this, or videos featuring actual RE2 robots, please subscribe to this channel on YouTube.